English, Standard 12, Unit 1, Prose, Two Gentlemen of Verona, written by Jegan, continued. Dear students, let us continue the lesson, what we learnt in the previous class. In the first paragraph, we learnt that as the author and his friend drew through the foothills of the Alps towards Verona, two small boys stopped them. They asked the author to buy strawberries from them. The driver warned the author not to buy from the small boys. Still, the author and his friend were attracted by the appearance of the boys. They could see earnestness in the eyes of the boys. The author's friend asked them who they were, and they came to know they were brothers. The elder, named Nicola, was 13, and the younger one, Jacopo, was nearly 12. The author and his friend bought the biggest basket of strawberries from them and then set off toward town. Let us read the rest of the story to know what happened next. Coming out of our hotel, we saw our friends bent over shoe-shine boxes beside the fountain in the public square, doing brisk business. Next morning, coming out of our hotel, we saw our friends bent over shoe-shine boxes beside the fountain in the public square, doing brisk business. We watched for a moment, then as trade slackened, we went over. They greeted us with friendly faces. Slackened, reduced. Slackened, reduced. So lessened. When the small boys were free, the author and his friend went near them. They greeted us with friendly faces. The boys welcomed them with friendly smiles. I thought you picked up fruits for a living, I said. We do many things, sir, Nicola answered seriously. He glanced at us hopefully. Often we show visitors through the town to Juliet's tomb and other places of interest. So Nicola said that they did all kind of jobs, selling fruits and polishing the shoes, as well as taking the tourist people to the tourist places of Verona, especially to Juliet's tomb and other places of interest. All right, I smiled. You take us along. So the author also accepted and asked them to take them as tourists to the important historical places to show them. As we made the rounds, my interest was again provoked by their remarkable demeanor. They were childish enough and in many ways quite artless. Demeanor means appearance and behavior. Demeanor. Demeanor, appearance and behavior. Appearance and behavior. Artless, innocence, artless. So here, as we made the rounds, my interest was again provoked by their remarkable demeanor They were childish enough and in many ways quite artless. Artless, innocence. Innocence. They were childish and their faces showed their childishness, but they had great responsibility. They behaved as responsible persons. Jacopo was lively as a squirrel. Nicola's smile was steady and engaging. Yet in both these boys' faces, there was a seriousness which was far beyond their years. In the week which followed, we saw them frequently, for they proved extremely useful to us. If we wanted a pack of American cigarettes, or seats for the opera, or the name of good restaurant, Niccolo and Jacopo could be relied upon to satisfy our needs. What struck one most was their willingness to work. During these summer days, under the hot sun, they shined shoes, sold fruit, hawked newspapers, conducted tourists round the town, and ran errands. Hawked, sell things, just crying out loudly. Hawked. Hawked means selling things. Crying out loudly. Crying out loudly. Their innocent faces revealed something seriousness which was far beyond their ages. They did all types of work and earned money. They proved extremely happy and they proved extremely beautiful. Here just we can see that in spite of the hot sun, they did all kind of work like shined the shoes, sold fruits, hawked newspapers, conducted tourists round the town, and ran errands. Unmindful of the hot sun, the two little boys shined shoes, sold fruits, hawked newspapers, conducted tourists round the town, and ran errands. One night, we came upon them in the windy and deserted square, resting on the stone pavement beneath the lights. So deserted, unoccupied place. No one was there except them, and it was midnight. A bundle of unsold newspapers lay at his feet. Jacopo, his head resting upon his brother's shoulder, was asleep. It was nearly midnight. The author could see these two little boys one night at that to midnight, just under the lights, and they were sitting on the stone pavement. Nicola was tired but still upright, whereas Jacopo was asleep, resting his head on the shoulder of his brother, and newspapers were just around them. The author was moved and went towards Nicola and asked, "Why are you out so late, Nicola?" "Waiting for the last bus from Padua. We shall sell all our papers when it comes in." So the author asked why they were out so late. Nicola was so proudly said that they were waiting for the last bus to come from Padua. so that they could sell all the unsold papers to the passengers. Must you work so hard? You both look rather tired. The author saw the faces of these small boys. They were so tired. So he asked Nicola, why should you work so hard in spite of your tiredness? And Nicola just answered, see here, we are not complaining, sir. Nicola said happily that they were not complaining anything about their work. They were willing to do the work. They were happy to do the work and yearn, unmindful of hot sun and windy midnight. So the spirit of the willingness of work and responsibility and the duty conscious of the small boys attracted the author so much. This moved his heart so much. And he just thought of some other things, why they were just yearning with the seriousness. He did not know the reason, and the boys did not complain anything about it. They did not say, they did not reveal anything. They just showed their smiling faces, and they were so active in spite of hot sun and windy night. Let us continue this lesson tomorrow.